I'm Blair Harp, and this is a sign that you may have a plumbing problem. This is a pretty good sign that you're having an electrical problem. And finally, this is a sure sign that your heating system is already a problem or will be soon. Lucky for you, this sign means if it's broken, it's about to get fixed quickly in the most professional, cost-effective way possible.
Good morning, it's Saturday morning. We're going to look at this weekend and the week ahead for Thanksgiving, and it'll get a little cooler next week. We have a few cold fronts moving through, and then later on down the line we'll try to dig into that, but the model data past about 5 or 6 days out has been pretty sketchy, so we'll do the best we can. So let's just jump right into this right now here. And I want to thank Harp Services out of Tulsa, 918-445-1600. They have done a terrific job supporting Weather Watch Oklahoma over the last few months, and they're going to support us all the way through the winter season. So if you need any plumbing, electrical, winter season prep, furnace tune-up, things of that nature, please give them a call and mention Weather Watch Oklahoma. So that'll be for the Tulsa area. So let's jump into this right here and see what we have going on. We'll look at the weekend first, and I'm going to go to the state level. And we're going to be sunny, just partly cloudy, and this will be for Saturday, starting right now. And we're looking at highs around in the 60s, very, very nice. A little bit of wind today, and then overnight lows in the 40s, and then Sunday should be a really nice day, 60s and 70s for highs, right before we have another cold front move through. And let me go to the bigger picture here so you guys can see that. So this cold front is going to move through on overnight into the early morning hours on Monday. So here we go. This is probably about 5 o'clock Sunday. Moves in overnight. And then we have 8 a.m. Makes it pretty much through the state. So we'll have about a 30 degree, about a 20 to 30 degree temperature drop from Sunday to Monday. 60s and 70s down to 40s and 50s. This front's going to be dry. Not a lot going on there. And then we'll check our overnight lows. Mainly 30s for northern Oklahoma. Drops to freezing in a few areas. And then Tuesday we warm up a little bit as that boundary retreats, and then we're going to watch again here on late Wednesday. We have another front move in. We're just right on the edge of these fronts as they move in, so we're not really getting the full brunt of a lot of this. So here we go into Thursday. Thursday will be windy in the morning. And then here we have Thursday morning. This is probably about 9 a.m. Thanksgiving morning, mixtures of 30s and 40s. And then our afternoon highs are mainly in the 40s. And very little in the way of precipitation. Let me look at this. There were indications we could have a little light winter precipitation Wednesday night and the Thursday. Let's see if that has changed at all. So we had this little storm system up here in Colorado. It's going to make its way through. So there may be a little bit of snow in the Oklahoma Panhandle and a real, well, this is very early, maybe some really light rain drizzle Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning for Oklahoma, and then it all clears out. So that is good. Let me let's look at the bigger picture here and kind of go out a little bit long range on things. So overall, the general consensus is next week will be pretty decent. If you're driving to Denver, Colorado, you might have some travel issues for Thanksgiving, but other than that, anywhere within, I'd say about 400 or 500 miles of Oklahoma should be in pretty good shape as far as travel goes. The day preceding and all the way into the weekend. But I do want to look at the bigger picture here and go back here. And let's do the temperatures first. Where are we at? Okay, so here we go. Sunday. So we have Arctic air kind of building up here in the Canadian provinces. And indications earlier last week or earlier this week were that Arctic air was going to come down pretty steep into the central parts of the United States, but it looks like that's kind of get pushed a little bit to the northeast of us, so we won't get the full brunt of that this time around. Yeah, this is sub-freezing temperatures here up in the northern part of the U.S. And then that boundary goes all the way down into Florida, Texas. Pretty much the whole United States is going to be pretty cold at the beginning of next week. Then we go further down the line. So this is next. So I pushed way past the week. I'm sorry, I went past the weekend. Thanksgiving. Then we're through next weekend. Just right on the edge. We're just right on the edge of all these little boundaries here. So next weekend looks cool, and then we go into the weekend after Thanksgiving. And then the first week of December, we're a little bit cool, then we might have a little bit of a warm rebound for a few days as this air tries to rebuild. We'll go to the bigger picture here. Have this air building up in the Northwest Territories. So we're definitely in a pattern that will allow Arctic air to come down eventually. Maybe a lot of Arctic air. It could be, a significant event, or it could come down in pieces. But no winter precipitation here. Not a lot of things going on here. So we have high pressure building in. And all of our storm systems are staying pretty much to our north and northeast. Through the first week of December, and then all the way through the weekend after Thanksgiving weekend, so 2 weekends out as of now. But this time of year, when you go much past about 5 or 6 days, it's kind of a crapshoot. So we want to just kind of maybe go into next week right around Thanksgiving, and then maybe into the weekend. But next week looks okay for travel, and a little cool Friday morning. Next Friday morning, we could have a hard freeze statewide, possibly in the lower to mid 20s for most of us. So let's watch that for next Friday morning, and that'll be about a one-day event. But that afternoon, we'll rebound into the 40s and 50s. So that is all I have for you right now. Nothing too significant, but we are moving towards a pattern where we're going to have that cold air and be right on the boundary line of these fronts that move in. So when you're right on the edge, I'll go back into this real quick here. When you are right on, let me look at the jet stream map here. And I will go a little closer here. So just kind of right on Oklahoma right here. Right on the edge. So we're going to be opened up to have some winter weather in December, I would think. I just don't see us making it through December without seeing some decent chances of winter weather, a winter storm or so. This is kind of this will be a low pressure system as it forms a little further down the line, but let's not go deep into that because, like I said, things could change. Temperatures are pretty set in stone. They're going to be much cooler than they were in November, which that's the way it is. It's December. We're moving into the winter season and so on. So precipitation free for the most part next week and cooler temperatures. So that's it. I'll give more updates as we go if anything significant changes, but that's the way it is for now. So thank you guys for following, and once again I want to thank Harp Services for sponsoring Weather Watch Oklahoma. If anybody else wants to get into a sponsorship opportunity, please email me at weatherwatchoklahoma.com.